Hello everyone, my name is Steph, I'm Botanist Cool, and today we are doing some mini painting. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Now, I am going to say this really quickly. I have some new gear. First and foremost, I have some new brushes I bought. I'm going to be using the size 0 for most of the stuff, and then if I need detail, the size 3/0? I don't know why the sizing thing here. And what I'm most excited about, actually, is a wet palette. This was recommended to me by Drake Hyena to get a wet palette. Basically, there's a sponge with water here and a very wet piece of paper that helps keep my paints wet. Like, it is really, really nice and wet. Like, I can feel that wet coming off it. So my paints don't dry as fast. I'm able to use them for longer. And with the new brushes, what I'm hoping to do is learn more about actually brush control and using less of the brush, less of the pressure. Because, like, the last brushes I ruined because I was so forceful and pressureful with and I want to keep these guys at least lasting a little longer. They were only like 12 bucks though, no reality, so I'm not like... These are 100% beginner brushes. So, like, you know, I'm excited to use them, I'm excited to see what I can do with them, and I'm hoping that I make them last a little while longer than my last ones did. So today we're going to be painting some Lizardfolk assassins. Now these are just some Lizardfolk with daggers, basically. Oh, I forgot one color. God damn it. It's the color I always forget. Oh. Oh, come on, where is it? Here we go. All right. So, these are my little minis I'm going to be painting today. I am pretty excited. Mia, hello. How are you doing, Mia? How's Final Fantasy 14 been treating you? I'm excited to get these guys going. I'm planning on doing a green outer coat with like a tan yellow skin with tan yellow like flare scales, whatever these are. Tan yellow chest, and they don't really have pants, so they're just going balls out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hit their belt with a brown. So here are the colors I'm gonna be using today. I'm gonna be using Silver Dragon. I'm going to be using Dungeon Stone, Troll Skin, Goblin Skin, Minotaur Hide, and I think for a little bit of highlighting I'm probably going to use Fire Newt Orange and maybe Emerald Feywild. I think I have that color as well. Feywild Emerald, excuse me. To do my coloring on these guys, and I'm going to have to take a look, see how it goes over time, see how much I like it, etc, etc, etc. Good, just got my second class to max. Let's go! Yeah, I saw you were doing Sage, and you were like, I'm surprised I really enjoy healing. Which, hell yeah, I joined the healing side, baby. Become... Oh god, I don't want to say that word. I'll call myself that. It is a... For those who know, if you are a healer, this is a healing term for people who just absolutely love healing, and probably not repeatable here on Twitch, so I'm not gonna say it. It is fun. Healing is very fun. I agree. So let's get a drop of that here. Drop a troll skin and a drop of goblin skin. There's some things I won't repeat on. Actually, my friend, funny enough, she told me about it. She was the first one who said that phrase in a long time to me. I'm like, yo, what? And she's like, yeah, just normal toxic gamer talk. I'm like, yeah, I know, yeah, but like, come on, it is stuck. That's the worst part about this. Sometimes every once in a while the paint gets a little... Last class I was using, the one that actually max eased me into healing since I was a few healing skills. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Goblin skin's out. Got the troll skin out. And I think we just get started on that. See how it goes. What was the last class you did? I'm bad at classes and remembering things. So I need a memory boost here. Give that a little wet. Now we're gonna try practicing being a lot more gentle, so I'm not gonna go in all the way. I'm gonna try to do halfway as like they recommend, and just go right from there. Might be a little watery. Red Mage, I don't think you've seen it. Yeah, I probably have not. Then again, I only literally did like 5 minutes of the game, so like I didn't see much of the game at all. If I did 5 minutes, you know, maybe I did an hour of the game. I got like some flowers, I gave some flowers to some guy, and then I finished my quest, and I was so good at giving flowers to some guy that I saved the world. Basically what happened in my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I was so good at flower delivery. I know there's a botanist job in that game, so I was like, ooh, let me get that real quick. Never did. I was tempted. Like a solid 10 minutes, the game tempted me for botany job. That's actually why I got the Sims 4 Seasons DLC, was the botany job. That's the only reason I got the Sims 4 DLC for Seasons, honestly. Well, and the fact that Seasons, like, you know, that we managed to start at 50, you wouldn't have seen it. Now, hey, you don't know if I didn't get to level 50 in 1 hour. You don't know that. I could have gone to level 50 in an hour. Hey, Mia, what is the speed run for Final Fantasy XIV? Is there like a speed run stat for Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, okay, there's speedruns for dungeons. See, I did a speedrun for the entire game and finished it in 20 minutes, so you can't judge me. Oh, wow, this is actually gonna be hard to get this out of the tail, huh? That's a wild thing, like getting this part of the tail is actually gonna be a bit of a bitch because it's hidden behind most of the other body, most of the rest of the body. I'm like, okay, cool. Damn, you managed to beat 400. Yes, exactly. And all the side quests too. I did a Rathalos speed run. It took me 20 minutes to get Rathalos from the start of the game. Most important speed run in my opinion. That reminds me, hilariously enough, there was one time I was doing a 12-hour stream. I was playing Katamari Damacy. And a speedrunner for Katamari Damacy came in, and we were doing the bear level. And they're like, oh yeah, no, for this level there's a speedrun tactic where you go XYZ, XYZ, XYZ to get the bear. And then I'm like, oh, what about this? And I just immediately got the bear with an in-game timer score of like 1 second. They're like, oh shit, I forgot about that bear. And I'm like, yeah, I got this one. Bear percent, baby, bear percent. World record speed running champion, Katamari Damacy. It was really funny. Ended up doing some real speedrunner shit on Katamari Damacy. It was great. I wonder what the Monster Hunter doesn't take 400 hours like Final Fantasy does, but I'm wondering what Monster Hunter speedruns look like. Like I know you could kill some monsters in one shot, and if you are good enough, you could kill high level monsters in like one shot if you cheese it with like certain weapons and skills and stuff. I'm kind of wondering what the what a Fatalis percent run looks like for Monster Hunter World. This coming out as thin as this? Yeah, it's coming out really thin. That's why it's taking me a little while. To be one of them, eh? This guy's holding his fucking daggers like pinky out, and I'm like, man, fucking refined assassin. Hello. Oh, that's just the cross guard. Never mind. I thought the cross guard he was doing like pinky out. I'm like, damn, all right, Mr. Fancy Pants over here, huh? The cross guard for the dagger. I messed up there, huh? I don't know about Monster Hunter speedruns. I'll look it up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Monster Hunter World speedruns, if you can. Don't worry if you can't. I'm gonna take a guess and say I'm taking an official guess for Monster Hunter Run and Fatalis percent speed runs. I'm gonna go for 3 hours. I think it's gonna be 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 36 seconds. See if there's just like an Iceborne run, like ends the Iceborne, because Iceborne Fatalis ends with Iceborne ends with Fatalis. There has to be a Iceborne speedrun, like from beginning to game to the Iceborne. I have no doubt there's a Fatalis one that's like 2 minutes long. Someone's probably gunked up the game enough to do like a 2 minute long Fatalis run, you know what I'm saying? Hog and a, wait, what the fuck is hog and a frog? Wait, what? Is there a description for that? I'm trying to think, is there a hog monster? And the answer is not in Iceborne, I don't think. There's a Bufango in GU. I don't think it's in Iceborne. Hog and a frog? Hog and a frog. What the fuck? Let this dry for a bit before coming back to it. Timing starts by confirming your character and ends when you equip the hog and a frog suit to put. It's a frog suit for the fucking pig, for your pet pig. Okay, I got it. I love it. I love it. What's the timer on that? What's the timer on that? $12 minutes. Oh my god. 12 minutes from start of the character creation to getting the frog suit for your Poogie? Did I learn how to do that? 12 minutes. What fucking quest gives you the frog suit? But for base monster in the world, all the land convergence ship single player, the world record is 5 hours, 24 minutes, and 28 seconds. Wow, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a lot of stuff in Monster Hunter. And not only that, you got a lot of gear to build and stuff like that. That's if you want to like do it fast. Like you probably have to like choose like how much do I want to do each fight fast versus how much I want to spend time in the fucking making screens to make gear. Like it's gonna be two different kinds of speed choke points there for speed runs for Monster Hunter. No, don't apologize. Please level your class. We're here just to vibe. Like, my focus is on getting the green on here. Like, I'm not gonna be on chat 24/7 either. Like, please. If you're here just to lurk and vibe, I am more than grateful. In fact, that's what I kind of want these videos to be. Like, if you ever just need something to vibe to, go to my YouTube and pull up these painting videos. You know? It's mostly me being quiet with some lo-fi and sometimes some silly comments and chatting with chat. You know? Sometimes it's stupid things, sometimes it's political things, sometimes it's whatever. Like, I could get on a rant on how New York City is becoming a police state because the governor hates people protesting and the American government is absolutely being a piece of shit. Hypothetically, I wouldn't want to get arrested by the police for saying that, so that's just hypothetical, you know? I wouldn't want the North Carolina government to start putting National Guard into our houses like they are in New York, but they're putting them in subways, searching people up all the time without their consent. And forcing them not to use the subway if they don't fucking, you know, consent to a search, and then they have to go from point A to point B in New York with an expensive as shit taxi, making their living situation already extensively harder. Of course, hypothetically, you know, I'm not saying this is, you know, it's all hypothetical. Please don't arrest me because, you know, we're totally not a police state here in America that's slowly trying to take away the right to protest, including the right to, you know, boycott any consumer goods from certain countries that shall not be named. Certain genocidal countries that definitely aren't being given more money than United States citizens just for their military budget alone. Definitely not. No way, no way, at all, not at all. Like, who would even say I would say something like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm true-blooded American patriot Helldiver. I play Helldivers unironically because I truly believe in the fucking freedom against bugs. Hilariously enough, my job kind of is like fucking Helldivers. I kill so many goddamn bugs in those plants. Like, legitimately speaking, as a IPM specialist, my job is to kill bugs on plants like a pests. And those bugs in Helldivers kind of remind me of thrips sometimes. And those bastards I gotta kill. Fuck thrips, man. They are a pain in the ass to get rid of sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Thrips just hide in the crevices of plants and you cannot get to them easily. You gotta like reapply systemics on them and it's wild. I'm a real life hell diver, but with a backpack of pesticide instead of a backpack of flamethrowers. Which honestly, the flamethrower is a fantastic weapon to use on any bug map, y'all. You're gonna be doing great support damage, and you can take down a charger pretty easily too. Use the flamethrower more often. I know the auto cannon's my go-to, especially for robots, but like if you're going against bugs, take it. At least have one person take a flamethrower. They are really great. And remember, Super Earth in no way, shape, and or form is symbolic of American imperialism or military, you know, fetishism at all. Definitely not. Definitely not. Who would even consider Helldivers to be a satire on American military culture? Who would even consider that? It's like saying Starship Troopers is a satire. Like, Starship Troopers is just good old Americanism, you know what I'm saying? It's just a good old Americana. There's no way in hell's name that you could ever consider Starship Troopers to be a satire. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, right? Right? You know what I'm saying. Also, do tell me if my stream is a little weird. It says that my stream's unstable on one of my screens and then stable on the other screen, so just tell me if it's any weird for you, right? Oh, might be a little much there. Also raining outside, so it's a nice little sound for me personally. Drake, how you doing, bud? I'm trying to be a lot more careful with these new brushes. So I don't screw them up with my last ones. I'm being a lot more deliberate with how gentle I am with them and everything, so I'm hoping they will last longer. Doing fluffing awesome. I'm doing pretty great too. We're trying to do some Lizardfolk assassins, and of course, it's so small and so pre-made that it's very hard to paint some of these areas, but I'll do my best. It's all trial and error at some point. Yeah, exactly. I've realized how thin the wet palette can make my paint a little bit. We've got to be a little careful there. Like, this is like a second or third layer of paint on this guy right now, and it's... But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of trial and error. I don't expect to be great at this immediately enough. I am proud of what I've done so far, especially that purple worm. Purple worm is what I'm really proud of. Oh yeah. Yeah, I imagine the beginning is like... I mean, the beginning is just objectively the hardest part for any new... right? You gotta learn the basics, and then you start seeing yourself improve, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm improving. It's like, well, I have so much more to improve. And then you see yourself improve from that, it's like, oh, well, now I have so much more to improve. I'm starting to like that color now. Opa. It is D&D. It's troll skin D&D. I don't know what you mean by pro acrylic. It is part of the beginner D&D painting set, so I don't think it's like a super high-end paint. Better than Walmart. Better than Great Value, that's for sure. I don't know if it'd be considered a pro or high quality. I did for fun try to look up like how like Pro Acrylic is just a brand that's thinner because I've learned use a piece of glass as a palette. Yo, that's thick. I have not used... No, it's not Pro, this is just D&D. I actually have some Age of Sigmar paints Or is this Age of Sigmar? Yeah, I have some Age of Sigmar paints from like from Warhammer itself, but like I haven't opened those up yet because I've been using the D&D one so much. I hope they don't dry. I don't think they're gonna dry out. They're still in the fucking capsule. Like, I haven't touched them since I bought them. It's been a while. Dang it, I gotta get into like this. I need to get back to painting too. I haven't done like same. It's been 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks for me too. I think I'm honestly just basing these models today and not doing much more. I kind of want to get back into Helldivers. I've really been enjoying Helldivers a lot, so it is on like the fourth front of my brain stems. Exactly. The hobby just don't run away. Exactly. Unlike my friends. No, I'm kidding. It allows me to stay in touch with D&D and other similar TRPGs without actually having to play D&D and TRPGs. Most groups that I've been a part of have been taking a bit of a hiatus. And to no fault of anyone on there themselves, like, I think just sometimes shit happens, you know, people get busy and, you know, that kind of shit, but like, I've got a need. This helps fill that need. I have a roleplay obsession, might be the better way of putting it. You know, I gotta get my roleplay fix. Inject a little bit of roleplay into myself. Yeah. I have a group of people at work who want to run a 5e session. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I want to play with work friends. It's completely, like, work friends and friends are two separate things entirely. And I don't know if I really want to get to know my work friends like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of my work friends know that this is my hobby, right? They do not know that I stream for a goddamn good reason. My manager once asked me, Steph, I trust you. My son loves watching video game content. What's your channel so I can send my son your way? And I'm like, fuck no. Like, no way am I letting that happen. I am not letting anyone work related do my shit. Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I get that. Very weird. Yeah, I heard him. It's one of the funniest things. So I have a thing. I don't know you guys. I have this thing, right? I have friend groups. I have my personal friend group, my streaming friend group, my yada yada this group, my this group, my this group, my this group, yada yada. I hate mixing them so fucking much. That includes, like, I'll give a great example. My current Lethal Company group is mixed from 3 different groups, and I had so much anxiety mixing that group together. I had so much fucking anxiety mixing that group together. I hated it, but it turned out to be good. But I had so much goddamn anxiety mixing more than one friend group. Like, I don't want these people to meet, even though I know, like, I like these people. I don't want them to meet. I don't want something bad to happen. Because sometimes you mix friend groups, something bad happens, and then you're kind of fucked. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes there's cultural differences. Having a Greek friend meet a non-Greek friend, you know, there's some cultural differences that people don't understand. Or having a gamer friend meet a non-gamer friend, and so on and so forth. Most of my friends are gamers, but you know what I'm saying. No, we tend to have different. Yeah, exactly. Maybe the neighbors and so on. Yeah. Like I try to keep these circles very well separated, and usually it works. Get some water real quick. But it's like I don't know. No fucking way else like my boss watch my shit though. You kidding me? If he finds it on his own, I'm screwed. But like, I never ever was like, oh hey boss, look at this YouTube short I made. You know what I'm saying? Like, no fucking way. No fucking way. That sounds like a recipe for disaster, honestly. And the goblin skin's nowhere near as thin. Holy shit, it's really... Yeah. It's the first time using troll skin, I think, so I did not know how thin that would be. Maybe if I shook it up a little bit better, it'd be a little thicker, but like... No. Did not expect Goblin's gonna be this thick. I prefer this thickness to the green's thinness on it. I feel like I have a lot more control over it. Six or seven steps to mix shit? Oh, wow. Actually really happy with that, like, version. Really happy with that. Very yellow is the hardest color in miniature painting. Makes sense. Makes sense. Staff of brush, you can create 3 brush per short rest. No, the brushes cannot deal any damage. Even if you try to cast a brush into an enemy's mouth. Dude, broccoli, wait, what? Wait, what? Hi there, Rolly. How are you doing today? Staff of brush? Staff of bush. It can create 3 bushes per short rest. No, the bushes cannot deal any damage if you try to cast. Okay. Yeah, sorry. My reading's absolute shit, Rolly. My reading's absolute shit. A staff of bush. Ooh. I actually did have in my D&D campaign, I had a staff of, I had a hive staff, which allowed you to actually have like a, I try to balance it. Yeah, I got you. I had a hive staff, which allowed you to like put like either a colony of bees or ants or something into the actual staff and allowed you to release them as a bonus action. To control as a familiar for 1d6 turns, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, usually I just try to like set up rules in the game where it's like if you guys do something silly to one of the NPCs, that means the NPCs can do it back to you. So like if you say I find a way to use Goodberry to kill someone, the NPCs could find that same way and they could use that against you. So it discourages people from being like, oh, I'm going to turn into a fly up someone's nose and turn into an elephant as a druid. And it's just like, well, any druid could do that. So if there's an evil druid that you're going to fight, they can do that to you. It's like, oh shit. Never mind then. We're not going to do that. Yeah, it's a nice little way. Good bush. And you can cast bush onto anyone or anyone's back. Oh, so it's like a ghillie suit. It's like a little ghillie suit they have. That's really cool. Yeah. See, that's my rule. I have a rule of cool where if you have a cool idea, I'm down for it. I'll give you an example. When I was playing a character, I had a decanter of infinite whiskey, I believe it was. And so I said, DM, can I put this whiskey in a wall of wind and then light that whiskey on fire. He said, sure. So that would get me a wild fucking spell. That would be like absolutely insane. Infinite whiskey just burning on a wall of wind. That would be, wow, it's a free wall of fire plus a wall of wind. He goes, yeah, I'm cool with that. That's creative and intuitive, and it's not game breaking entirely. Jar of infinite lard, let's go. But if it's just like, if it's just ridiculous to the point where it's kind of like boring, it makes the game boring, then I don't allow that. I like creativity in my game. So like, if you're creative for an extra 1d4, you coat on weapons of, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like actually having my characters kind of, oh, pre-rolls are back on. I'm gonna put on an ad break for 3 minutes, guys. I will still be here in the background painting, but I won't talk until the 3 minutes are over. So I'll see you guys in a second, all right? Yeah, damn, baby's in his. Hey, Fish Mage, how you doing today? Hell yeah, what you drawing? $30 seconds left in the ad roll for anyone who's a subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing. They get you like all the ads taken off. You can also do Twitch Turbo, which gets you the ads taken off. It's fantastic stuff there. But yeah, thank you for your subscription, and I do really appreciate that kindness. I'm not safe for stream. All right, yeah, then maybe don't share it on stream then. Maybe don't share it on the stream then. Welcome back, everyone. So yeah, what I was saying before was I'm typically good with the rule of cool, so long as it doesn't make the game boring. If the game is fun and you're enjoying yourself and you're able to actually like do some silly shit with it, then go for it. I love the rule cool. Be stupid, be dumb. You know what I'm saying? But if you are really just trying to break the game and beat the big bad evil guy in one move for no reasonable reason, like you found a MacGuffin or you have a super ultra spell like Wish or something, I'm not cool with that. Like I'm cool with people being creative. So if they set up traps and they're able to beat the big bad evil guy through traps and stuff like that, I am very cool with that. But you know, otherwise, like, I don't know. There's a fine balance between the rule of cool and bullshit. Because that would be weird. Yeah, it would be weird. So yeah. And we're definitely a Christian family stream here where we don't say curse words like fuck. I think my favorite thing when I DM, my whole goal is to try to make it more about character motive than it is to make it about the fight itself. I give a lot of, but you says, I didn't say fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, fuck off, man. How dare you? How dare you fucking accuse me of not being a goddamn Christian Minecraft streamer who's going out and promoting the best shit in the world and not being a fucking degenerate. How dare you accuse me of that, fish mage? I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. With a, hold on. I cannot see what the word is. With Vietnam more air traps. Yeah. I love the defense side of that. That I'm cool with. But I'm just not cool with, like, you know, if you're not being creative, if you're not being in character, if you're not being fun, that's where I have my issues with like breaking the game. If you break the game in a fun, enjoyable way that makes sense in character and actually utilizes the world itself, I'm cool with that. Like, if you find a way to like have a god help you in my world, yeah, let's fucking go for that. I'm down to see what this god's gonna do to help you. But if you're just like, you know, I've broken games in stupid ways. Pathfinder 1E, what I had was I had a Aether Kineticist who made explosive origami. So I just shot explosive origami at my enemies and I killed them all in one shot. My DM allowed it because we were fucking college kids doing stupid shit, but like, I think to myself now that that wouldn't be as fun as I intended it, because I killed a demon lord in one shot because I launched 20 explosive origami at this guy, and each Aether Blast can hold 5 pounds of things, not including any bonuses I put in the Aether Blast. Yeah, do something stupid. Stupid's not bad in D&D. But I really heavily reward roleplay in my games. I tend to be a lot more roleplay focused and I tend to be battle focused. And I'd say that up front in my session 0 is like, you're gonna be doing a lot more roleplay than you will be doing battles. You still will be doing battles, but you know, you have a lot of heavy roleplay focuses and stuff like that. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. That's my golden rule. As long as it's in character and it makes sense for your character, I'm good with it. As long as you justify it in the game, go for it. My name's the same. If we can explain why, yeah, exactly. It's negotiation. Tell me why. It ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Anyways, You don't know for the roleplay that comes with it. Large guy. You don't take up a large space with that? You don't take up a 10 by 10 space with that mole? Talked about it. Medium is okay because it makes things easier, but outside of combat, yeah, gotcha. You can't just walk into any store easily. You bang your head on it like a stormtrooper going through a automatic door. Caves are a nightmare, yeah. A lot better. Give myself a quick stretch. Oh. Oh. Nope, there goes my back. Oh, much better. You see her? There's this giant hulking dude. No one sees him. Just had a sip, thank you. Just had a sip. Also, this wet palette's been fan-fucking-tastic. I've used so little paint. Thanks for recommending it, Drake Hyena. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I wish I could thicken the green paint a little bit. That would be nice. Other than that, this has been a pretty good painting. The green paint, it gets layered on, but it's not as, because it's so thin, it doesn't conform as well, ironically, to like the body. Like, the goblin skin part conforms very well and gets into all the nooks and crannies without like being blotchy. The green just gets blotchy because it's so fucking thin. It doesn't stay in one area. Oh, are they? I know Army Paint is a generally good brand, right? I swear on their primer in the rattle can. I actually have that primer in the rattle can. That's what I use. I have their white primer. Yeah, that's what I've been using primarily on my minis right now. As you can tell by the fact that these are primed white. A lot of piano music in today's lo-fi. I mean, there was some like clarinet oboe music before, but like we got a lot of piano music now. I want to, if there ever is like a fantasy like, I would love to see if I could get Monster Hunter's lo-fi collection, because then I'd put that on in the background for fantasy. Piano is great, yeah, that's true. But like, if I could get the Monster Hunter lo-fi collection, I don't know if that's like a thing I can find somewhere online. I'd put that in the background because then you got the fantasy mixing in that matches with the D&D painting. I prefer any dropper paint bottle over the pods from yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid. The droppers are nice. Droppers are very nice. On the paleo lo-fi on YouTube is all drum beats and didgeridoos. Yo, let's go! Get me some didgeridoo. You kidding me? Give me some Paleo-fi, Stone Age, lo-fi beats for Neanderthals and their friends? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Please share that in the Discord group on the music tab, please. I'm gonna watch that later. Or I'm gonna listen to it later. That sounds fucking dope as shit, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. Let's see if it comes out a little thicker. That came out a little thicker after shaking it a bit more. The green did. Give myself a quick stretch again. Oh. No, hold on. Let me give this thing a. I'm gonna give this thing a quick listen to. All right, hold on. I want to listen to this, guys, and I want you guys to listen to this with me, real quick. I gotta see how this fucking thing is. The comments read, as a dinosaur, this is way too modern for me. I miss the times when music was about roaring and screeching. Bro brought me back to when I was a young boy. My father, Gooby Booby, told me, Yuga Booga Luga Sugar Ooga Booga. What a man. He founded fire, by the way. Me with modern music, confused Unga Bunga. Me with this, relaxed Unga Bunga. As a Neanderthal from the Stone Age of headphones, I can guarantee you these beats are bopping. Finally, the Neolithic beats to hunt and gather to! This comment section's so good! As a Neanderthal, when people say Ooga Booga, loosely translated to the modern English for... what that means, for the spirit seeks a sound only heard in dreams, but every miracle of heartbeat you can hear is his shadow. Hello, Queen Elizabeth here. Love this. Reminds me of my 50s. Holy shit! As a person from the Netherlands, I can confirm this is what we listen to every day. The mammoth over there seems like the perfect dish to this music. Extraordinary chill hunting music. The comment section's so good. Okay, here's one. This one looks wild. Everyone gather around. Let me tell you about the origin of how fire was discovered. Long ago, caveman DJs were making music by recording scratching hip-hop tunes with rotating stone tablets and sharp sticks, while others pounded bones on wood and rapped to the sounds. Then one of the DJs was scratching a beat so hard it created a spark that lit the roof of the hut on fire. Everyone made it out safely and nothing was harmed, aside from some meat that got cooked to a fine crisp. Ever since then, our people have been referring to the dank tunes as fire tracks in honor of the musical life-changing discovery. Most of the comments are actually just like, wow, I did not think that this would actually hit so fucking hard. This is really cool. And half of them are like, as a Neanderthal, you have brought me back to my roots. I'm currently working on a cave painting for my final class project. This is such a stress reliever. Ooga booga. As an ape, this helped me evolve. Give me another 20 to 30 million years. I'm slowly getting there. This rocks. Late Cretaceous boomer. Me making it out of the Triassic period with this one. This is fire. I just discovered it. All right, so I'm gonna switch it back now because I do not know if this music is allowed to be streamed or if it's copyrighted. So I'm gonna switch it back now to like Lo-Fi Girl, but that's fucking amazing. Holy shit, I love that. The comment section makes it. The comment section is even better. Like the comment section had one job they knew to do. Damn, I have the need to hunt and gather now, right? Who needs farming when you could hunt and gather to sick beats of didgeridoos? I played the didgeridoo a bit. I put it off for a couple of when we had a newborn. Oh. Wait, so you actually played didgeridoo? That's wild. I have a simple one made from bamboo, but yes, that's really cool. That's still very cool. Bamboo didgeridoo. I can't believe your like downstairs neighbor's like, hey, can you don't play that? Please and thank you. High five stuff. No, they didn't ask, did it? Because they hired you born at a Tuesday. Let me make my jokes in peace, stray hyena. But yeah, no, that's valid. I wouldn't want to like make a new parent's life that much harder either. Jokes in this economy? Yeah, right. Like jokes cost way too much. I'm giving this shit out for free. You guys should be paying for my jokes. Be paying for all my dad jokes. Oh shit! I didn't need anywhere near that much. Hold on. See if we can just like scoop it back up real quick. I can't believe it's actually working. I can't believe I can actually scoop this shit up. Let's go! Hold on, I got this. There we go. I can just put a little bit right here and we're good. I can't believe I fucking was able to just like scoop them back up. That's great. That's fucking amazing. I wasn't able to scoop it all back up, but I got most of it. That's fine enough for me. could probably save the rest of this paper for like a future project too, right? Yeah, there's a lot of really cool online tutorials. The hobby's in a great position. And with shit like D&D becoming a lot more mainstream, it's only going to get a lot. Yeah. Do I need to like let the sponge hang dry until it's like completely dry, or just like let it like dry in a sink or something afterwards? Actually, the water, it's actually drying out quite a bit. Give me 1 second. Well, I learned how fast this thing can dry out and how much water to put in there. That's good. Like, that paper was becoming dry real fast. Holy shit. I don't think there's a single drop of water underneath the sponge. Yeah, the sponge soaked it all up. Holy shit, that's a lot of water this thing soaks up. Oh, mine ends up completely closing, so I guess I can just keep it open and let it dry naturally. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I have a lot of paper basically. If I'm using only like a couple colors of painting session, you know? This thing came with 100 sheets. And if I only plan on using like a quarter a session. Give me 1 second, actually. One second, guys. I'm back. Hello. Sorry, I had a bit of a headache, so I was to go take some medication. KSG, hello. How you doing? Have you any hairs? You're unacceptable. How you doing? Yeah. Sorry, I have a bit of a headache right now, so I was just like, let me go get some water and Advil. Basically, is what happened. And just sit in the dark for a second. The dark helps my headaches. The dark's really great for my headaches. I love it. I make it good. Good. I would not want the responsibility. I have considered running for like town council and stuff before, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I would not want to be anything higher than town council. I will say this, I've been calling my senator pretty much every day, right? And I've been like, hey, listen, first and foremost, ceasefire now, you know. Secondly, it's pretty open that you have been getting funding. The FAC says you've been getting funding from these PACs. Why are you listening to these PACs more than you listen to your constituents who have these certain statistics? And the people are getting really pissed. Like, you're wrong. And I'm like, really? I just said he wasn't able to codify Roe v. Wade into while he was in his term. Where's that codification of Roe v. Wade that he's been promising on his fucking term? He promised to fight for women's rights to access to abortion. He didn't get that through. He hasn't been working for it. He's been working to, you know, silence Palestinians more than codify Roe v. Wade. So they're actually really pissed at me now. Like, extremely pissed. They started hanging up on me when I call. It's really funny. But if anything, I'd want to be like town council, not anything too high, honestly, in politics. I don't want to deal with the BS in Washington. Blatant corruption. Oh, Congressman, you received $15,000 from AIPAC, and not only that, AIPAC individuals have funded you $1,000 separately. Do you have any bias against that? Well, we can't talk about that because it's illegal. It's like a good way of avoiding it. I'll help President Plant Leader of the Green. Thank you. I lead everything that is green, including money. Money is green. I lead all of money. American politics are such bullshit because you have geriatric people who are dead and or dying or are literally on like life support, making laws for people who will be dealing with them for the next 50, 60, 70 years. Like, you have octogenarians literally just being like, well, when I was a kid, we had access to abortion, we had good housing prices, we had free college. You guys can't have that because I want it. Like, Mitch McConnell's fucking leaving after getting into how many fucking orgies and paying off how many people to like get abortions for him. Like, come on. Hey, Fireball Miner, how you doing, bud? We're in the politics portion of the fucking stream now, where I'm just like, every congressional member fucking sucks. Even AOC is letting me down big time. Yeah, when you were a kid, your dad loved to fight in the war. Here's another fun thing. United States congressmen and women are voting to continue the war and continue wars across the world. My personal opinion is if you vote for any war whatsoever and you vote positively for that war, for it to happen, your family should be the first ones to be drafted onto the front lines. No officer positions, no nothing like that. They get drafted as privates and go to the front lines. You and your family, if you vote for war, should be drafted first. That is my personal opinion. The biggest confusion is the thing that there are only two major... Yeah, I know. So, come on. Fireball wants like stop cursing. We haven't had that redeemed in a while. All right. No cursing for 10 minutes. I got you. Minutes on the clock now. Yeah, the fact that there are only two parties is absolute malarkey. It really basically means that we only have one party in all reality. The funniest thing though, thank you for the hydrate, KSG. The funniest thing to me right now is how many no preference votes Joe Biden's getting in the primaries. Legitimately speaking, Joe Biden as an incumbent should be getting about 95% of the votes if he's doing well, right? He's getting in states 20% no confidence or no preference votes, not including any of the very few challengers left to him. That's amazing. That's absolutely heckin' amazing. I voted no confidence for him. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say right here, I voted no confidence for Joe Biden. People are like, oh, why would you vote no confidence for Joe Biden? You're risking a Trump re-election. And the question, and it goes more along the lines of, why is Joe Biden risking American democracy just to bomb people who don't look like him? That's the real question. No? I asked my congressman that too, and they got really mad at me. They got very mad at me. Women are losing rights, the government isn't listening to people, and people of color are getting hecked by the police. Yeah. That's just the domestic stuff. Domestically, there's no accountability domestically. New York's are basically a police state now. You know? Yeah, no. Bernie Sanders would be considered middle for most of the world. He'd be considered a centrist for most of the world. Aside from the United States, he's considered a centrist. New York has literally just become a police state where it's like, hey, we're gonna get the National Guard to come in and search everyone who goes to the subway, and especially people of color, because why not? You know, the NYPD definitely didn't have any racial biases before. The National Guard definitely won't have any racial biases either. I thought on the subway and they could kick rocks for all I care. Yeah. It's time to go. It's time to start going to the subway naked. They can't search you if you're naked. Don't go to the subway naked, guys. Do not go to the subway naked. That is another crime called public indecency. Can't do. But yeah, no, American politics, Drake, is wild. You have like 2 good people in the entirety of all of American politics. And I wouldn't even say Bernie Sanders is a good person on here anymore. It's public indecency. It depends whether or not there are minors near you. If it's a misdemeanor or a felony or something like that. To my knowledge, I do not know. That is something that I would have to go to Google. I'm pretty sure it's different depending if there's a minor near you. Not only that, the United States is literally just trying to outlaw companies that are not United States companies while selling our private information to the countries that they're saying United States companies are selling our information to. Like, hey, let's get rid of TikTok, but let's have Facebook sell American information to the Chinese government. That's fine because it's Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, no, America doesn't believe in mental health, man. Like, we believe in policing and throwing people who need mental health aid into jail. Plus, in Greece, there's like nude beaches everywhere, so like people don't usually care. You know? Greece, at least. As long as it's like, okay, like at a beach. Yeah, there's no shame in human body, exactly. To be fair, 100%, you should not be nude in public because there is no, you cannot ask for the consent of the public to see you nude. People don't want to see people nude, and that's a-okay. But like at a nudist beach or a hot spring that allows nudity, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? That's so contextual. But yeah, American politics is absolutely fucking... Oh, god damn it! I cursed, didn't I? Wait, what's the timer on? Timer was on 2 minutes. Fuck. All right. 10 push-ups. Give me a second. 10 push-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 push-ups and the timer restarts. Give me a second. All right, timer restarting. No cursing for 10 minutes. Yeah, at least you don't have problems on the scale that America has problems. That is very true. I have no doubt y'all have your own issues. I don't know what they are, but like, you know, compared to American issues right now, you're pretty solid, yeah. For sure. Oh, I have no doubt they are less severe. America's pretending not to try to be an imperialist POS. And the people are kind of really mad that we could, as quote unquote by our leaders, the strongest economy in the world. We could have anything else like free healthcare, free college tuition, etc. But they decided, no, let's put that into the military budget so we could keep bombing people. Let's give those tax breaks to CEOs who make billions of dollars a year. You know, Elon Musk is really suffering under success. Let's take away union rights. It's American politics for you. Let's bring in laws that take away rights from kids and their access to information. That's a straight up lie. Now, of course, hey, if the secret police are watching me, I am clearly saying this as what other people might say. Definitely not me. Wink. Oh yeah, so child labor laws are being pulled back in certain states. There always have been like a level of child labor that's been okay, quote unquote. Oh, I'm also adding the color ghostly blue for the eyes. There's always been a level of child labor that's been okay, quote unquote. So like 16-year-olds could go to work at a Publix or a restaurant or something and work 20 hours a week, right? On certain days, on certain times that do not interrupt their school, right? Some states are repealing those protections back and saying, well, kids can now work at a place and they have to work standard 40-hour shifts and they don't get breaks or lunches, and they can work in jobs that are very dangerous that only adults and professionals should be working in. And companies like McDonald's and Tyson's and meat factories have been found to employ children in dangerous situations that only adults and professionals should be working in. It's less that they brought child labor back, as child labor technically never left. They say they took the protections away from children who do labor. Yeah, exactly. I know there's some specifically Republican, and if you don't know what Republican is, because I know there's different like party names around the world, conservative party members in the United States were very much along the lines of we should have all children forced to being worked because it's gonna put more into our economy. And that kind of thought is just terrifying. That won't get passed yet, I don't think. I think there's still a little ways to go before we become that much of a dystopia, but I don't imagine that's far. Again, I just think that when the Democrats are running on the only platform the Democrats and liberals are running on are we're better than Trump, there's a problem. Like, Democrats had 2 years to codify Roe v. Wade with a Democratic majority in the House of Representatives and the Senate. They had a tiebreaker, you know? There are a lot of cool Americans out there. Like, again, the government does not represent the people. In my personal opinion, government does not represent the people in any situation. Especially, well, not in any situation. In many situations, the government does not represent the people, right? There are a lot of cool Americans. There's a lot of cool people from all over the world. And the governments of these people don't typically represent them as much as people claim they do. It's just xenophobia and racism that makes it, you know, that kind of stereotype. And that's the scary thing about the internet for most politicians, right? The politicians say, oh, kids have access to the internet. They can see how people learn. They can see how people are raised elsewhere. Well, that threatens our way of life for giving money to the rich people. We don't want that to happen. Therefore, we're going to take away a child's ability to search the internet because we're uncomfortable with the fact that they're going to think differently than us. And we're 80-year-old geriatric, horrible people who haven't matured since the 1930s. In my personal opinion, the same equivalence, like you're only allowed to run for office here in the United States at a certain age, right? If kids are not allowed to run for office, the same thing should happen to the people who are older. So if I believe the limit for office is 25, right? I think for presidency it's 35, but to run for like U.S. office, I believe it's 25. If you are the age of 25, you can run for office. I think that 25 years before the average life expectancy of the country, you should not be allowed to run for office at all, in the same way that someone before the age of 25 cannot run for office. My personal opinion, because at that age, when you're at the age of life expectancy, you don't care about the future. You care about your wallet. Yeah, I wouldn't be. Most people don't feel safe here. I remember I went to a museum in the UK with Elijah, and we were going through like the contraband section of this museum, which had knives and guns and stuff like that. And I'm like, I used to like, I have knives like those in my house that I use on a daily basis for tools and stuff. I've shot guns like those at the age of 14. Why are these contraband? And then Elijah just looks at me like, holy shit, Steph, America's terrifying. What the hell? Fuck, I gotta do a goddamn more. I had 44 seconds left. I gotta do some more push-ups. 1 second, guys. One, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Some voices cough out, and yeah, there should 100% be an upper age limit for politics. But like, it's really funny because like, what is banned in other countries, a 14-year-old here can play with, literally. I think, yeah, I got the 44 seconds. I'm gonna call that an end. I'm gonna say I successfully did over 10 minutes of no cursing. I think we're good. You may get way too big. I'm gonna be freaking swole, dude. So swole. But yeah, it's just funny that like I played with guns that are considered to be contraband at the age of 14 in other countries. Like I remember literally looking at like this like revolver in the museum case. I'm like, yeah, I shot that when I was a kid, and they looked horrified at me. Like, what? You shot that when you were a kid? Like, yeah, my dad just brought me to shooting range and I shot that when I was a kid. I have knives bigger than that. Like literally, they showed a small pocket knife at in this museum that's like this big, right? I have a Bowie knife this big right there in one of my drawers. Legit, I have a war bayonet. I have a literal bayonet from that's supposed to be put on the gun. I have that just in my closet. Actually, I think it's a Swiss bayonet too. Hold on, let me double check it. It's a fun little thing. Let me go on my Discord real quick. I mean, you guys also have regulations on said guns. We don't. Okay, so the bayonet I have, it is a Swedish bayonet. It's over 100 years old. My father got it from a surplus store apparently, but yeah, I have a 100-year-old Swedish bayonet just casually hanging out in my room. That would technically be considered illegal in other countries. Like, let me get some more water. Oh my god. The thing's like 11 inches long, if I recall correct. It's massive. So like, no, it's fine for kids to have that here, you know? Okay, kids can play with knives like that here. But anywhere else, it's like, nah. Yeah. You guys also have regulations on like, how to, and you also have regulations on them that the United States does not have. Like licensing and stuff like that. We barely have licensing here on our firearms. In California, you could open carry a sword though, which is kind of sick. You could open carry a sword in California, not a gun though. I don't remember. I think it was Reagan. Reagan actually took away open carry laws in California because a lot of African American people started open carrying their weapons. He goes, oh, well, now that, you know, now that people of color are carrying weapons, I'm not going to let people open carry anymore because I'm racist and horrible. Was Reagan or Nixon? I think it's Reagan, who was the governor of California for a bit. Some places like they're shooting clubs for kids. Yeah, none of that happens here. You just buy a gun at 12 and you get to go hog wild with it basically here, as long as you get out a gun. My father did teach me how to actually shoot. I actually got some decent instruction on it. But I can't say it was great. I want to go to New Orleans. Oh my god, New Orleans food is delicious. I do recommend that. If you go anywhere in the United States, New Orleans is definitely a place you should go. The food there is amazing. Oh my god. Oh. God. The food in NOLA is great. Not just the beignets, which are sweet and delicious, but like you got all the oh, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. A lot good. This is really good. The food there is good. I highly recommend New Orleans. Is it friend in Cali? New York City's overrated in my opinion. But I mean, if that's where you want to go for it, you know? It is a police state there, so you're aware. I've been to Cali once. It was nice. Been to a museum or two there. Oh yeah, get that sumo in. I went to Japan once. I went to Tokyo. I got to eat my way through Tokyo. Really good, actually. I really enjoyed my time there. The worst part of my trip to Japan was that I was with people who were saying ching chang chong jokes in the Asian countries, and I'm like, I'm screwed. Canada? Yeah, okay. I actually have family in Canada, so I've been there plenty. I like Canada. I have to apply for my citizenship there since my father's from Canada. I have all the paperwork, I just need that. Yeah, visas could be a pain in the butt. You now have to get visas to go to the EU from the United States because the States did that to the EU. Not that bad. Like, you have to prep for it. Yeah. Visas are weird, man. Like, why bother having visas? I know I'm gonna sound super like anti-American, but like, why can't there just be free travel across the world? Why have a passport? Why have visas? Why have this segregation of land and culture when you could just like travel and just like visit and learn and be part of the world instead of just being part of one country? Why have this artificial segregation of human beings? That's my opinion. The least American thing I've said in so. Yeah, I mean, some of it's probably human nature, but at the same time, a lot of it's just governmental. And good old xenophobe. Oh, power grabs. How do you guys like the stuff political power hour we're having? Hilariously enough, there are times where Elijah and I have gone on political rants, and that's when we had a lot of viewers. People apparently really like those. Yeah, that is nice. Well, to be fair though, and I'm gonna say it like this. America's massive. I think a lot of things that a lot of people forget just how big America is. You could travel 45 minutes in EU countries and be in another country. New language, new culture, new everything. You travel 45 minutes in America and that's one way to work. Like, legitimately, me going to work is potentially traveling through multiple countries in the EU. My work, going to work for me is 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes depending on the traffic. So like, for some places you could go through like a whole country with that time. Or 3 hours. If you spend 5 hours on the road from the tip of South Florida, you'll still be in Florida. If you just drive straight north on the highway, after 5 hours, you'll still be in one state. Like, the states are massive. The states are basically their own countries. It's under one flag, essentially. The United States is its own form of weird EU. With imperialism and nationalism. So yeah, it's EU. And Austria and 3 to France. Yeah, 3 hour drive to France. I'm just gonna be in a different part of North Carolina if I do a 3 hour drive. From here to Charlotte, North Carolina is a 3 hour drive. I don't even leave the state in 3 hours. Once I go north, and in that case I can leave in about an hour. Yeah, we don't have trains. They don't want us relying on public transportation here. They want us to pay private companies and lose a lot of money on cars and gas. They have snuffed. The fact that the EU, as a whole bunch of different countries working together, can make a better train system than America, which is technically one country working on its own, is amazing. Like, America's really behind on that, honestly. But even then, the trains we do have are so gosh darn old. They're so gosh darn old. I'm gonna put on an ad, guys, because I think it just stopped. So I'm gonna put on some ads. I'll be in the background. You guys in a second. Funnily enough, I believe good and proper public transport around the U.S. would raise the lower... It would! It would! It would! That's why they don't want to do it. That's literally why they don't want to do it. It helps only the lower class. Taylor Swift could take her jet plane from one city to another, and she does. But public transport would only help, you know, the lower and middle class. Why would America invest in it? It's really funny. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because that might dox my information a little bit too much. Tono grew up with prosperity of Western Germany that was only enabled by the U.S. after World War II. I feel so sad things that happened over there. I have very little historical knowledge on the differences and like the conditions of Eastern and Western Germany back in the day. I'll be honest, I was never educated on it. That's something they educate you on here in the United States, so I'll have to trust you on it. The United States cares a lot less about its own people than it does about people around the world in a weird way. Like, the states will gladly subsidize the medical care of certain countries that are bombing Middle Eastern countries, and subsidize the education of those countries and all that kind of stuff. But its own citizens, nah, keep them dumb and starving and hungry. The United States is the murder hobo of the world, in my personal opinion. One of them, at least. One of them. It has its own it has some benefits for its people, but like in all reality, benefits are not great. It's, hey, you could go to the military and get killed and maybe get a free education. If we approve that free education. They're actually having such a hard time recruiting to the military, they're going to anime conventions to try to recruit people. Funniest thing. No one wants to join the military here in the United States. I don't blame them. I'm gonna be out of drafting age. I think I already am out of drafting age. Nice. I feel bad for the younger generation who might need to be drafted. Because Congress can't keep it in their pants when it comes to missiles in war. Okay, I would love to see an armored personnel carrier though. I would go in there, I'm not gonna lie. I still do want to see what that shit looks like on the inside. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I think that would still be kind of cool to see it. Now the Marines just bring some dude who sits there and is like, hey, join the Marines, and then some cosplaying anime waifu absolutely kicks his ass in the pull-up competition, which is great. Anime waifus are so fucking strong, y'all. They could beat the United States Marines. All I'm saying. Oh, okay. Yeah, the first thing they do is they come into your they come into your high school. They say, hey, join the military. We're gonna call you. We're gonna tell you that if you have bad eyesight, we're gonna force you to get surgery. They actually told me that. They're like, hey, I have glasses. I would be a bad fit for them. They go, oh, don't worry, we'll make you get LASIK eye surgery. I'm like, no, thank you. That's what they told me over the phone. Oh, they were calling me to try to recruit me into. I have bad eyesight. No, we'll make you get LASIK eye surgery. It's okay. Right out of high school. And depending on where you live in the States, sometimes it's the best job opportunity you have, which is really a big shame. Like, yeah. Go off and die for oil, baby. American imperialism. I wanted to serve 3 times. I got rejected 3 times for medical reasons. Oh. I know that I had a friend of mine who was actually injured on service, and the doctors kept trying to make him lie on his medical records to get him back into service. The army doctors was like, "Oh, are you sure you're feeling this kind of pain?" Yeah, and then they're like, "But are you sure you're feeling this kind of pain? Because if you're feeling this kind of pain, we can't make you come back, and we have to pay for your disability." And it's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling this kind of pain." And then they're like, "Are you sure? We want to make you come back." It's like, "No, I'm feeling this explicit pain from this injury I got on the job that's been recorded." And then they take months to get back, and then it's like, okay, well, we guess we still have to like honor our contractual agreement. Technically, you're still injured, but the moment you're not injured, we'll make you come back. And then every other like civilian doctor's like, "No, this is a lifelong disability you'll get because of what happened in the military." And the military's like, "Well, it's only disability if we say it's a disability." Kind of messed up. Whatever you do, don't join the military. Don't join it. It's dangerous. You're literally just gonna be a number to them. Some people like the military. I'm not gonna judge them, but in reality, you are just a number. They do not care about you. The VA benefits are near non-existent. They are defunding veteran benefits like so much. It's ridiculous. Ah, beans. Medically, I think I'd be unable to serve now either. Ooh. Unable to walk. Like, yeah, you want me to run with like a pack on my back? I'm gonna like fall and. Everyone wanted to join the German army, did reconstruction and protection work for far southeastern Europe. Okay. Honestly, I don't think anyone knows exactly what the American military does. That bomb other nations. But, yeah. Honestly, I think that like recruitment is just a big old pissing contest. Like, oh, we have that many soldiers. Oh yeah, the MREs. MRE reviews, baby. I've seen a few of them. They are wild. And I dropped him. Get back here. Ah. MREs are kind of interesting. Like, I'm always interested in how like they pack the necessary food in such small. Like astronaut food, you know, like learning about astronaut food. I finished touching up a few areas and then I'm pretty much done with this painting. This is just base layers. I think one day in the future I could do a lot better to like. The details on this model are so small, I can't really do much, honestly. All right, let's give you guys a little look-sees. Yeah, basically, that's kind of the mood I'm getting with these guys, because of how small they are. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I want to really go for details on these guys. Pretty happy with how they turned out. Like, I think they're pretty great. I think I could add a little bit of orange on the top here and on the bottom to have a little bit of a highlight, like a little dusting of orange. I think that'd be really cool. There's a few white spots here and there that I should definitely clean up later on. But in reality, it's not bad. The worst part about that is the cut on my hand. Hey there, Walker Axe. How you doing today? Assassin. There's basically what I have left on these guys is some cleanup. I have some cleanup left for the like little white parts here and there. But and that's like my worst bit because these guys are so weirdly angled sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Pretty happy with them though. Oh, thank you very much. What are you gonna be painting, friend? They always look better, like, they always look better in my personal opinion when I see them live. So I'm gonna try to change my thumbnails a bit when I do these for like when I put them back on YouTube. I'm actually gonna try to like take a picture of them outside because outside I usually have pretty good lighting, and it makes a nice picture for them. So I'm gonna try to see if I can start switching to that a little bit. So for those who are curious, the colors I use are Silver Dragon, Dungeon Stone, Goblin Skin, Troll Skin, Minotaur Hide, and Ghostly Blue for the eyes, all from the official D&D colors. I may in the future start highlighting with Fire Newt Orange and Feywild Emerald. That's a future thing, not now. I don't really want to highlight right now. Alright, let's see these guys here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to say thank you very much for watching this on YouTube. I'm gonna stop the recording here for YouTube. I still hang out for a second and chat up everyone here on Twitch. If you're enjoying this on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. I do have a throne, and I am planning on putting some things more mini related there. However, the only thing I have on my throne right now are dice related things, and I'm planning on putting some mini stuff there in the future. I still have a lot of minis to paint from my Monsters of Solan book and my one set of Warhammer I got. So we'll get to that later, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you had a good one. Y'all stay safe, stay Botanist Cool, and I'll see you soon. Bye, YouTube.